Hi there, and thank you for joining me on another Farming Simulator 22 video where I am exploring the Zielonka map that we got with the premium expansion that launched a few weeks ago. Since my previous video, I have done quite a bit on the farm. I have done mostly contract work to make up some money. I have bought myself a lime spreader to do the pH levels of my fields as I play with the Precision Farming DLC activated. I have also purchased myself a fertilizer sprayer. I like to use the liquid fertilizers on my fields. With the arms of the sprayers, you can easily see where you will start your spraying and end your spraying. And I find it easier to line up than the normal solid fertilizer type dispensers. What I've also done is canola on both of my starter fields. I have harvested those, sold it. I've planted wheat on my one field now, and I've done carrots on my smaller field, which I've harvested with the single row harvesting tool that you got initially when starting the game as a new farmer. I find it extremely slow, so for the contract work that I'm doing, I actually lease one of the DeWolf self-propelled harvesting tools. What I find frustrating about the new content and the new vehicles is that most of them, like this one for example, you have to have a tractor with a trailer next to it, otherwise the AI worker doesn't work, the self-propelled vehicle doesn't go ahead, as it has no capacity for the root vegetables that it is harvesting. So I have defaulted back to my trusty Lizard TARDIS XL, which has a capacity of 200 cubic meters, just to make it more time efficient for myself and not having to wait going off to sell some products and come back and then continue with the contract. I think I've done about 48 contract missions so far in total, and about 2 years worth of gameplay since my last video. So I have done quite a few things. I've put down some beehives as well, got my honey production going. I have some eggs as well. I put down distribution facilities over my eggs and my honey spawn points, just to make it easier for myself to get those pallets distributed instead of running around with a forklift or an auto load vehicle, which I can also do, but playing alone, it's not always an option for me. So I'm just heading down now to my soup factory, which is purchasable as well, that you can run your productions off of there. Selling my product, I got about 1,500 euros extra off of the root vegetables that I sold, and in the contract itself I will get about 3,700 euros. So for the amount of time, I spent about half an hour on that contract, looking at about 5,000 euros, which is not much. Looking at the time that you spend, you'll probably make a lot more doing other contract work. That's just my honey and my egg production change that I have going. And then I have my 48 missions that I've completed. There's 50 collectibles on the map, which I haven't gotten to yet. So yeah, just looking at some of the vegetable equipment, there is the DeWolf self-propelled vehicle that I used. It is quite pricey, 600,000 euros. that is why I opted to lease one of them to help me with my contract work until I have enough money saved up to then eventually buy my own ones. I am actually hoping for the Colossus mods to see if they're going to do a mod that can maybe have capacity to make it easier to harvest the root vegetables, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Just going and looking at the tractor pulled harvesting equipment that you get. Unfortunately, you do only a single row of vegetables that you harvest, or a double row, where on your self-propelled vehicle you can at least do 4 rows, which makes the process slightly faster. But like I said, the one big negative is that you always have to have a trailer next to it, or some of these that you pull with a tractor work with pallets, where you have to load the harvesting tool with pallets. When they are full, your AI worker will stop. You have to take over, unload the pallets, reload empty pallets before you can set the AI worker to task again. What I find very frustrating is that you then have to move the pallets onto a trailer before you can go sell them, and there aren't any auto-load trailers that I know of at the moment that you can actually just drive next to them and auto-load them that way. I'm not a big fan of using forklifts or pallet forks. I find it very time consuming and tedious. I'd rather be busy with something else. This harvester is quite nice to do when you have smaller fields. It has a bin with capacity of 5.5 cubic meters, 5,500 liters of vegetables. So you can actually set your AI worker working on it. It will stop when that bin is full. You pull in your trailer next to it, it unloads, and then as you move off, the AI worker starts working again. Still very time consuming. I used that on my small field, and I think I was busy for close to 45 minutes, if it wasn't closer to an hour. And you can't really leave it unattended for too long, as that loses more time. Alright, that's all for now. We'll see you again in the next one. Bye.